You have quite a challenge ahead of you. I do hope that everything goes well. Now, last but not least, I just can't finish our interview without asking you, do you honor the Constitution of DRC as it stands today?
I think we have a lot to do.
Mm-hmm.
The Constitution of Congo has been created by the warlord.
Mm.
They have, as we say in French, taillé sur mesure. They have tailored on their own crimes.
Mm-hmm.
Because when they signed the agreement in Pretoria, they were not mandated. The warlords who created one president, four vice president, they were coming from killing of people, genociding people, looting the mineral, and raping people. And they told them from Pretoria in 2003 that you go to Congo, you come together, you go to Congo, then you create a parliament, and then that parliament will create the condition for elections. After elections, then you can come out with the elected body, the elected parliamentarian will be the representative of the real people of Congo. And then those people will have a mandate to write the constitutions. But what they did is they did the precipitation to write the constitution because they knew that any time they could be taken in the custody. They wrote the constitution quickly before going to elections. This was to protect themselves as a warlord. This constitution, as it is now, we are going to go in. But this constitution is saying that the president cannot run for more than 2 terms. And the Article 64 of that constitution is not giving Joseph Kabila is giving the power to the population that you can stand against any government which is illegal in the country. And Article 220 of that constitution is asking Joseph Kabila not to stand for the 3rd term. Now he has done, in 2016, he will end his 2nd term. We don't want the constitution to be changed, as they changed it just before the election of 2011 for 1 competition. From 2 competitions, they did 1 competition, but they changed the constitution just before the elections. That Etienne Tshisekedi could not go to the 2nd competition with Joseph Kabila. And they created multitude of political parties that they have to be divided, then he can gain even with 20%. Joseph Kabila could gain with 20%, 25%. The Catholic Church, the Cardinal of Catholic Church, Monsignor Mosengo, said this is a criminal. How can you change the constitution just before the elections that you will go compete only for one time? But now we want this constitution, if we can come to the constitution before the election of 2011, that we have to go for two competitions. And the second is, Joseph Kabila cannot be presented, he cannot present himself for the 3rd mandate. I will be happy that America can help us with this, the international community can help us with this, because in any country, there is a 2nd tour in election.
Yes.
Why they change the 2nd tour to 1 tour before the election of 2011? They knew why. And we want this to be back. And the second thing is that Joseph Kabila has finished his terms. We don't want that constitution to be changed. But when we will take over, we'll have to look to get the constitution which is impartial. Which is because constitution of a country is not something belonging to Chakudia or belonging to Joseph Kabila.
Absolutely.
It must be impartial. It's a constitution of the population. We have to have a rule of the people, by the people, for the people. As we say here in America.
Yes.
Yeah, this has been prevailing in America for more than 100 years. We need also to come to 400 years. Yes, I say more than 100 years. we know we want also to start from there, that we can give a lead to democratization of Africa, that we can get a lead for the protection of human rights of Africans from Congo. We can get it, we can give a lead, because America in its position is giving lead to the population of the world. We want also to have that model in Africa. And I am sure that if we stand together, we can gain.
Absolutely.
Me, I am devoted to this. I'm going to work for that, but I need the support from US.